Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Mac here with Dr. Max Garden Style, and it is that time of year again when you can find my favorite bulb. Amaryllis or Hippeastrum, the professional, right, the real name, but commonly called Amaryllis. You see it labeled as Amaryllis everywhere you go. These are magnificent bulbs. They produce a beautiful bloom, usually around the holiday season, towards Christmas, around that time of year. But this is the time of year you're starting to see these bulbs available. Now, I grow them year-round, and that's one thing I always say when you're growing this bulb is don't throw it away after it blooms. Take it, put it in a pot, sit it in a windowsill. It will continue to grow for you. Here's a couple examples. Now, this one, nice little plant here. This one grew outdoors. I put it out as soon as it warmed up, past the last frost day, got nice and toasty warm outside. This one has been outdoors, whereas this one has grown indoors all year round. Both plants are doing good. You can see this one is a little smaller. This one is quite a bit larger. It actually has little offshoots. There are two little pups, smaller bulblets that are producing. So this has to be taken out of this pot and repotted. You can see it's also starting to push out the sides. So this has done really well growing indoors. But in either case, you can keep these alive year-round. Now I want to show you, this is not my largest one, and these bulbs are large, but these are my largest either. I have another pot that I kind of treat as a bit of a nursery for this particular bulb. Let's go take a look at that. So this particular pot, which is my largest pot, contains this amaryllis, and this is the largest one I have, and when it blooms it is going to be magnificent. But I have multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whenever I get in the little offshoots, those tiny little bulblets, I just pop them into this pot, and they're growing and they're getting larger, and as they get larger I will separate them out and put them into their own pot. This bulb is magnificent because you get that one large bulb, central bulb, and it makes these nice little offshoots. You're constantly reproducing and getting more. You don't even have to worry about pollination. They do this on their own really wonderfully. So let's go with some of the particulars of when you want to add one of these magnificent blooms to your collection. If you're going to find them at a garden center or at a garden show, what you're looking for are plants, bulbs that have a great shape. This one is a wonderful shape. You're making sure that there's no rot, there's no mold. If there's a bad odor, bad scent, if it smells stale or moldy, don't pick that one. You want to make sure there's not a lot of or any mold, fungus, or anything you see nasty growing down there. These are already selected. Now look at the bottom of this one. You can make that out. There's a tiny little bulblet that has come out the bottom of this particular bulb. You can really just take that off. I'll put a little bit of root grow on this and stick that in a pot. This one has another one which is coming out of the side. Now I could go in and separate this out, but I'm going to give it another year and it will separate itself if I give it another year. This is all going to go in one pot. You can see these strappy leaves are already starting to come out. So this one's going to do well. And then this one has this bulb out to the side. It kind of bulges out on this side. That is another little bulblet that's coming off the side. So all of these are large, healthy. What you want to do, the easiest thing to do is just pot these up from where they are right now. What I use is a nice general compost, nothing too fancy. I'm going to add a nice 6-month fertilizer, slow release fertilizer to that as well. And that's going to give me everything I need for this bulb to make it through the season where you really want to see those blooms. So we're going to place this, just kind of make a little space there, get those root spacing down, a little more slow release fertilizer around that. Not too much, just a little bit. Don't cover the top, let it sit a little bit up out of the top half. It's set up out of the soil, or if you want to cover it even more, you can. It will grow up and out. But what I would call the neck of the bulb, you definitely want that above soil level. Get that pressed down, water, set it in a nice sunny window, and then the long strappy leaves will come out potentially first, or in some cases it will send up that stem stalk for the bloom. Sometimes the stalk comes out first, sometimes the leaves comes out first. It all depends on when it's going to bloom. They don't all bloom at the same time of year. That's something to be aware of. But this one is pretty much ready to go. You can put it in a nice pot, sit it on a windowsill, sit back and wait, and you will get rewarded with the magnificent bloom. Even when you have really large bulbs, these bulbs particularly like to be constrained a little bit. They don't mind having a little bit of tightness around them, so you don't want to put them in pots that are overly large. Just because I have large bulbs, I'm not putting them in massively large pots. They don't necessarily do best in those conditions. So I tend to put them in smaller pots and just stay one pot size, a little larger than a bulb, and then as they grow, I just glue them up slowly. Some of the key things you want to be cognizant of when you're planting this bulb is what you want to be aware of with most plants. Be aware of light, water, fertilizer. Fertilizer I'm taking care of right now. You definitely don't want to set these into a dark corner. The bulb's going to pretty much do what it does at this point. It's already primed to grow, but it does need light. They need a sunny space, and you need free draining soil or free draining compost. Make sure that your pot has a hole in the bottom. You don't want to waterlog these plants. So your pot has a hole in the bottom, sit it in a tray. That excess water can drain out, and then provide a little reservoir in case it gets a little too dry. If you do let these dry out, the bulb won't die, but it may not bloom. It may go dormant, and then once you rewater it, it could go back into a vegetative state. So if it dries out, that doesn't necessarily mean that the bulb is dead. If you look and you see this dried out, and you look at that bulb, it has this papery the paper around it. If you get under that, kind of peel some of that back and you still see green, you're good. If it looks papery and you squeeze on it and it all just falls apart in your hand, that bulb is dead. Start over again next year. And here we have the largest bulb that I have this growing season. This is the largest one that I have acquired. And I can tell you right now, I would definitely end up repotting this one, but I want to let it grow out a little bit more, let some of those little side bulbs separate. And as soon as that happens, I'm going to take this one out of this pot and I'm going to repot it into a larger pot, but it will be separated and producing really one, potentially two, maybe even three. But right now I just want to get it into a place where we can get a nice base so it can bloom for me here in the next month or so. So we have this pot, and this is a beautiful bulb here, and it has these two side shoots. Let's get this out of the pot. It's going to make a little mess here, but let's get it out of the pot and repot it up and separate everything out. And I knew it was going to be tight, but let's work with it. Wow, it's a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. Get as much of that pine off from around it. There we are. And that has grown in. Definitely time to be repotted. Let's take it loose. Here's a pot. Let's just set that to the side for now. And let's take a look and see what we have here with this bulb. You can see the roots are starting to wrap around, so it definitely needs more. But look at this on this side. We just work that loose. You can see that there are two on this side bulblets, and they're pretty much already separated. Have their own little root systems. Just kind of very gingerly tease that out, and here we are. Look at this. Now it's still going to be several years before this little guy blooms, but there's one, and this is what happens if you wait and give it a little time. You can see it's in the roots there, but it's not connected anymore to the main bulb. And then here's two. Nice, healthy root system. There's a third, and it's all white. No chlorophyll showing there. Maybe I can save that one. It has one tiny little root on it. I think I may be able to save that one, get it into the pot, and that's three. All from this one. I now have 4 plants, and these are all gonna go into separate pots. This is really great. I'm gonna put this in a larger pot. I'm gonna put it with soil. It did really great growing in the pond, but I'm gonna replace it into a pot with soil to give it a bit more room. And here we are, potted up, just like the other plants, into a pot with some soil. Should have worked that fertilizer in before. Slow release fertilizer, just blend that in, sand in as a water, and this is gonna be great. Now this is a really large one. You can see, look at these extra long strappy leaves. This bulb has done exceedingly well. It produced all of those tiny little bulblets, but I wanna give this bulb a chance to rest, and it should bloom. Maybe not in the fall, maybe in the early spring it may bloom. I don't see any stalks coming up now, but these can bloom, and I've had them bloom in the middle of summer at different times across the year. They can bloom for you. Now these smaller ones, I'm going to put them in the nursery with the other smaller bulbs, but this one I may pot up separately because these actually, they're doing really good. I may pot these separately into a small pot, but I didn't buy these. I grew them, but they're gonna add to my overall collection. And this is wonderful. So Amaryllis is one of my favorite little plants, Hippeastrum, if you wanna be professional, right? But I do enjoy this plant so much. And I have so many at this point. They're all over the place, but they bloom at different times of year. I should have a lot of blooms here right before Christmas or around the holiday season. There should be several that should bloom. And I picked up some really great colors. I have some reds, some really dark burgundies, whites. They come in a lot of color varieties. I have a lot of different colors here. Hopefully I have something new that I haven't seen before, but we'll have to wait to see what blooms. I would definitely post pictures or post updates on the channel. So if you wanna see them, be sure to like and subscribe, follow along so you can see that. Also, if you know more about growing this plant, if you have some other tips and tricks that can help another gardener, help another grower, leave that down in the comments below so other people can learn from your experience. We're all trying to do better, and we love taking care of growing these nice plants or any other plants. But hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. As I mentioned, follow along. I love going to beautiful gardens, garden shows. Oh, the babies are crying. Gotta go check on the kids, guys. Until next time, take care.